welcome to the Northern Frontier. It's been some time, I apologize. Yeah, so last season, I mean the end of the winter season, basically what happened was we came out here for the fishing derby I mentioned in my prior video, and basically the road was drifted in, frozen solid, couldn't get through it even with the plow. Maybe a bit more to come on the old plow situation in a few upcoming videos. But essentially what happened was, yeah, I couldn't really get to the cabin, so we never actually came out here for one more trip. That was kind of, I think, mid-April. And obviously then you have ice breakup, we never came back out after. And it's the summertime now, so seasons have changed. We're out here, this is our second trip out. I've done a little bit of work, not on video, between right at the start of the season. I wanted to build a dock. I can't remember if I mentioned it in prior videos. So I wanted to build a dock, and mainly because I used to just pull the boat up to the shore and type the rocks, and it was a real pain, certainly if you've got, you know, kids, dogs and all that stuff, right? So we built a dock. It's a 12 feet. The main part of the dock is 12 feet, walkway 8 feet. Walkway's 4 foot wide, main piece is 8 foot wide. Sorry if it's windy and you can't hear me. Yeah, it was some ups and downs with this one. So initially, like the hardest part is like anchoring to the shoreline. Now the problem is because it's bedrock. First of all, I tried drilling a 3/4 inch hole and putting a 5/8 rod and putting like a pole attached to it, which would then connect to the front of the dock, which would hold it there. But then we had some rough weather, and what happened was those poles bent. So then I went to the welding shop and they fabbed me up essentially 2 plates, with which I would have to do 4 bolts on each, and then they welded a kind of a pole to that base. So I came out here and I installed it, and everything looked great, but then we had some ridiculously, we had a major increase in water levels, which was unexpected. So now it's underwater. So as you can see, these are, well, I've got a board across here right now so I don't have to get my feet wet, but essentially this is the walkway and the main part of the dock where I've tied my boat to. I use blue barrels, 55-gallon drums, and I've used chains. You can't really see it, I'll try to show you. This is kind of how it's connected now on both sides. We've got 4 pins into the ground, epoxied, and then I've got this pole, and then I've got a, but of course it's underwater now, right, which is fantastic, so that's kind of a waste of time. Hopefully the water level goes back down again, but I guess we'll see. So that took a couple days to build. It was a lot of work. It's hard working out here. It's not even ground, right? Get everything stuffed square. I did use on the dock, I did use the I think it's called quick dock. So I used the corners on the inside to connect 2x8s together, so it's all bolted, galvanized, everything's galvanized, chains galvanized, and then I bought a couple of extra connecting pieces to use as kind of hooks. You can kind of see over here, I'm not sure if you can see it because I'm a little bit far away, but of course I got these anchored to the shore. Of course they're now underwater as well, so yeah, it's an absolute nightmare, but hopefully the water level will go down at some stage. This is the highest I've ever seen it out here anyway, so what can you do? So yeah, we're just this is our second trip out. It's a bit more of a, I would say, relaxing trip, though there is a fair bit of stuff on the plan. We're actually repainting the outside of the cabin to a blue, so I'll do a before and after picture right here. And what else? Firewood-ish, bit of firewood. I put a roof on the outhouse, a metal roof on the outhouse, which is done. Did that this morning. I had to relocate my extra firewood I had, so unfortunately I was working on just moving that, and I was just kind of cleaning up around the cabin this morning. Been a busy day. So the other thing I did was build a metal shed, which I know some of you out there would be like, metal sheds are not very good. Well, I probably agree to some extent, but there's lots of different laws and stuff when it comes to leases, or the lease rules that we got to follow, and what's a permanent structure, what's versus not. And I apologize if you can hear the generator in the background droning away. So I did build a shed. It was a metal shed, I think it's 5x6, just to get the stuff out the cabin. Yeah, I'll give you a quick show of that. The base, I just built out the rest of 2x8s I had left over from the dock, and voila, there it is. It's not too bad. Gets everything out from the outside, from the inside of the cabin out, like gas and stuff, which doesn't need to be sat inside the cabin. So I can't remember the brand. The thing at the top says Arrow, but it's not too bad. I guess a lot of people say you should frame it. There's some random stuff in there. I do keep it locked. I do keep it locked by any means, because there's chainsaws and stuff in there. Anyhow, other than that, yeah, the plan is to basically paint the cabin blue, finally paint the door, paint all the other outside of the cabin too. So it's going to be kind of a dark blue with like a white trim. It should look quite nice once it's done. So this video is just a kind of a quick update on, sorry if I wasn't pointing the camera at myself, just kind of a quick update on where things stand since last season. Got a couple of upcoming videos that I'll be recording probably this trip, which I hope you should enjoy. They'll probably be coming up in the next couple of weeks as I edit them and bring them online. Yeah, other than that, I'm probably just going to be doing some firewood for the rest of the day. I got to make dinner here soon. It's kind of around 4 o'clock, probably 4:30 now, but essentially I got to cut all this wood. I'm going to stack it and then tarp it. I got a lot of wood. I got all those trees over there too that I got to limb and buck up, but it might not be this season. Yeah, there is a few other things coming with trucks and plows. Obviously, you know, I got the Mayo Wingman plow at the start of last season. It's not really doing what I want it to, so I'm looking at a couple of different options. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do yet. I've got something in mind that will allow me a little bit better winter access. I just realized some of my lights that I put up has fallen down. Allow me a bit of better consistent winter access. So we'll see how that goes. That probably won't be here till October, if not maybe a little bit longer. However, that's coming up. Other than that, I'm really just enjoying the rest of the season out here. Just trying to think if there's anything else I did in the winter. No, I think that's pretty much it. We're out here for about 4 or 5 days this trip, so this is yeah, a bit more of a relaxing trip, a little bit back to enjoying a bit of time off work. So yeah, we'll go from there. So hopefully you'll see this video soon. I'll get it uploaded online, and yeah, keep an eye out. Hit the subscribe and the little bell down below to get the most latest and greatest videos from me. And yeah.